hard work, no pleasure. I ain't here to make friends, big stepper. Hey, bad guy, Heath Ledger. Ready for whatever, I'll be front and center.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Moto Arky Bikes and Base YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to do a little bit of unboxing of a couple products that's going in here, give y'all a little bit of a sneak peek of kind of what's going into the build and maybe an idea, kind of like my idea of the layout and stuff that I have going into it. But that being said, you see I put my other box back in here and amp and stuff. It's kind of bittersweet because it'll probably be the last time that this stuff is in here and gets played, because when I take this other wire out and run the new wire, I'm not going to have the connection, the quick disconnect that I got now. Just one thing to note, I don't know if it's in the last video or the video before this or what, but I did get the false floor put in. I haven't got it carpeted. I think I'm going to have to take it back out and redo it. That's another reason why I didn't carpet it. Obviously, I still got to run my wire and stuff, but I'll get to that more later in this video. But I think I need to extend it because of the idea that I'm going to look at kind of the look I'm going for. It's 49 inches wide. Most sheets are 48 inches wide, so I had to cut it long way, so I'm gonna have to go get another sheet just to add like 2-3 more inches just to the middle. It's not even all the way across. But other than that, you know, let's get into it. I'm excited. I'm off for the next 5 days, so I'm gonna try and knock out as much of this as I can. I was in talks with my buddy that's making my sub box. Shout out Fields Designs. You know, I'll hit him up and see if he's got a link or anything that I can leave down in the comments. If so, then I'll do that. If I can, I'll throw a picture up, kind of like a rendering that they've made, because I've decided to have them make it. I was gonna have him make it. I was gonna go and purchase everything myself, you know, all the extra tools I needed and stuff. But with work and everything, I don't think that I'm gonna be able to build the box myself. Decided to have him do it. I've seen a few of his boxes, never heard them, but I've seen a few of them, and I know that they're CNC machine. You know, he's gonna put an acrylic window for me. Again, I'll pop it up on the screen, a picture of the rendering and stuff. As you can see, it's kind of like the first rendering. We haven't settled on everything yet, but I'm kind of going for the same look with the carbon fiber front, acrylic top, and kind of the same look that I got here in this box with the carpet, the black carpet and the red carbon fiber. But as you can see in the picture, I'm gonna have acrylic top with my logo on it, and 2 15s opposed to 1, and ports on the side. But let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. Other than that, we're gonna get into it, go over the products, the wire and everything that I'm putting in here, and kind of go over an overview and start getting this out for the final time and start running the new wire. Let's get it. Alright, as you can see here, I'm going with the Sky High Car Audio 1/0 OFC wire. I've got the black for the ground, white for the power. And as you can see here, I know they don't make white and black speaker wire, 8-gauge speaker wire, so I found this Full Tilt Audio 8-gauge wire that I got from BJF Audio, and as y'all know, I'm now an affiliate, so I'll leave a link to BJF Audio in the description. Y'all click on it, use my discount code, save y'all some money. The wire, I like that it was white and black because of the theme I'm kind of going for, if y'all couldn't guess. Even by the tools and the storage stuff that I've got, I like red, black, and white. You can see a little hint of something down here. I'll get to that in a second. Most of y'all know I've got the Titan 8 direct fit under the hood here. Obviously, you can see I ain't got no big 3 yet. I'm getting a high output alternator, and I'm just gonna do the big 3 and everything then. It'll probably definitely be done before the speakers and stuff and everything's in. If not, then, I mean, with the the batteries and everything I got on stock alternator, I'm perfectly fine. But you know, I do plan on doing the big 3 upgrade. I've already got the wire, everything to do it. I just wanted to wait until I had the alternator on and I can run everything, all the wires, and make them look nice and neat. I'm gonna take all this out again, like I said, for the final time. But with adding them extra batteries, I'm gonna run them in parallel with the front battery. I'm gonna run a brand new Skycar Audio 1-aught power to the back here, and another Skycar Audio 1-aught ground to the back. Like I said, run the batteries in parallel with the ones I'm about to show y'all. You see what I got here? If y'all already don't know, these are the Titan 8 S5 modules. Let's see if I can get one out here real quick. Like I said, I've got the Titan 8 Direct Fit S5 under the hood version, and I did want to go with the new Team Titan batteries. I waited, you know, until they came out and everything, and unfortunately they only come out in S6 versions, and I believe that's 16 volts or 14 volt system. I'm not too for sure, but I know it's not 12 volt. And so unfortunately I wasn't going to be able to run it, so I was thinking about going with the X-Max battery, the X-Max 90, you know, the look and the performance of it. But with talks with Brian at Excess Power, shout out Brian, you know, after our talks and stuff, I felt a lot more comfortable running the same chemistry. You know, that way you don't have to worry about any kind of isolator or, you know, anything like that. So I'll get this out of here and kind of show y'all a look at it. Alright, so here it is. Like I said, it's a Titan 8 S5 module. I've got 2 of these that I'm going to connect together via the bus bars that come with them. These, let's see if it'll focus. So these are the bus bars, and as you can see, they have a rubber cover for them. And what it is they go right here, tighten them down, take the other battery, stick it here, and then you can just connect them with the bus bars. You don't have to connect them up top or anything. This is the Power S5, not the Reserve S5. It's 10 amp hours. I believe the Reserve S5 is 20 amp hours, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not so worried about the amp hours with, you know, how I run my system, and, you know, I don't be giving demos or parking like that. I only listen to my music, you know, I'm a street beater. Another little cool feature about it, they have these that pop off, and your wire can run up inside here. And, you know, obviously you tighten them down right there. Comes with all the provided hardware. Comes with this, it goes up the middle or down through it, so you can, you know, lock it down. So basically you can have it like this, have your wire coming up through here, and just cover over it, and you never know. And that's kind of the idea I'm going for. I'll get more into that later. But as you can see, both sides have it, power and ground. Again, I'm going with 2 of them. I'm going to connect them and run them like that. I don't know if it'll be in this video, me hooking the actual batteries up, but I'm going to go ahead and start running the wire. I'm actually doing something a little bit different. I'm actually going to start from the back and run my wire forward, because you know, I got such a big roll of it. I don't want to, you know, cut a bunch of different sizes and, you know, not even worry about fooling with all that. So I'm just gonna start in the back here about what I think I need. I'm gonna have the bigger part of the row sitting in the back. My plan is to run the ground through the driver's side and run my power on the passenger side, considering, you know, I've already got a 1/0 ran through there. After I take it out, I just have to follow that same path, bring that new power back, and the ground just on the driver's side. The only thing that worries me is, as most of y'all seen already, if you watch my videos, I've already got a 4-gauge ran through here up under my seat there. So that's what worries me about trying to get a ground 1/0 Sky Car, oversized at that, through here as well and all the way back. But we can give it our best shot, and we can make it work either way. So don't worry, my truck's dirty. I ain't got a chance to clean it. I'm waiting on doing this stuff. Probably gonna vacuum it, then start working on it. All right, something else I mentioned in a previous video about someone and their products going in here. So without giving too much away real quick, check this out. My own branded heat shrink. So I plan on going with the red and this 8-gauge for the speaker. You know, red for power, positive, black for ground. Then I got red 1/0, and then I got black 1/0 for my power and ground. Here's a little preview. Y'all can see it. Again, shout out Steve Mead, SMD. You watching? Man, I appreciate it. These things are gorgeous. Now, you know what y'all think about that. Look at that thing. Look how thick. I was always curious about these, but they are resin in there, so nothing can short out or nothing. Let me know what y'all think of these things in the comments. Things are a work of art, dude, I'm telling you. Yeah, I know they're different colors. This one's black base, this one's red. But as y'all watch the videos, y'all see more of the reasoning behind that before y'all say something about them not being the same color. Alright, let's get into it. Well, I just played it one last time, so get this pulled out, go ahead and start running this new wire. I'm probably going to try to mock up these batteries and see if I'm going to have to cut this wood or what, or go get a new sheet and cut a new piece, fit that battery idea like I had. But we'll get more into that as the video goes on. Alright, so it's kind of like a little idea I'm going for. So the seats are like that. That's why this only came back, I believe, 28 inches. But my box, I need to measure back here. I don't think it's going to be big enough, because it's going to have to end like here for me to do this idea. But my plan was run my speaker wire under here, connect it to these. These are obviously going to be connected. And, you know, as you see, the wires run up under here. So I was going to connect it from the front battery and then run it into here to charge these batteries. Now I was going to take them, because the amps I got to have 2 power and 2 ground each. 2 amps, you know, it's 4 power, 4 ground. So I planned on taking the power out of here, and you know, the idea was the wood reason why I cutting this wood again is so it'll come up here, you know, curve around there and then come back. That way I can drill holes down through here, have the power coming out, and then it's going to come back up. So you ain't going to see the power coming out because it's going to come from down in here, back down in the under the false floor, back up to this. Now these ain't going to be used, but my idea was to make like an acrylic cover or polycarbonate cover and stick this on it. Trying to see how that works, how that looks. So I was going to do something like this to where it come out of here. Again, it's woods like this, back out of the wood into here, over this, out here, and back down into the floor. Back down into the floor here, and have it like, you know, grommets or something going out through there, so it actually looks a little bit better and a little bit more protection. But then the box would have to end here and start there. So I'm gonna have to make a line measure and see if this is possible. I really like this idea. You know, even if I have to make this set up kind of like that or something, I think it will look good. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Any ideas y'all have, because like I said, this probably ain't going to be done in this video for sure. So I don't mind to make another false floor. You know, I kind of already got the idea and stuff, so that's why I haven't put the carpet on this one yet or nothing, or drilled any hose. You know, these are kind of just temporary for now too. The bracing, it's not secured down, it's not bolted down or nothing yet. So there's a scrap piece of poly. See kind of like the shape. So here's kind of what I was going for. That's what kind of made me get the idea. So I had that up here or something. Take these batteries. You know, didn't have to be as long or whatever. Thing like that. These do have mounting holes. I don't need all that, but I can drill through the poly too. Like I said, the wire's gonna go up in here. Let's see, do something like that. I can bring it down. I didn't know the exact dimensions of this, so just guesstimate it. I'm gonna have it come down and then do this bend. And then the wires would come out under here, out and around, back up through the wood. This would set something like this. Obviously a little lower. Positive would come in here, exit out there, exit up top, ground would come, you know, back up through the box here, ground here, which I mean ain't necessary obviously. I could just go from the back ground here, but you know, I already bought this. This is kind of the reason I bought it for, kind of show off this and the wire. But it come back up, connect here, it would run back over this, and then obviously you get the idea. In this here, come out, and then go back under the wood, under the false floor, under the speaker and box, and to the amps. It's kind of the idea I was going for, I was hoping for, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it work. I don't know if I got enough room back here. I ain't trying to take out my second row seats or anything like that. I don't know. What do y'all think?
It's quite a bit of impact for such a simple case. Of course, it's not over, but let me know what you think about this encounter and what you think will happen when the 8th Circuit hears the case. Again, a big thanks to Ground News for sponsoring this video. Their links can be found below.
Alright, so this is actually the third piece of wood I got. I went back yesterday because I'm trying to extend it up to right there, as y'all seen the idea I was trying to do. So I'm actually gonna, I actually went and got another piece, had them pre-cut it long enough back here, but they cut the wrong piece, so I had to take it back yesterday. I had to go out of town another hour to get another piece of wood, because I had them cut it and they still cut it way too short again. So I'm gonna make it the same width as this, make it a little longer, and then add that piece. I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back. Alright, here's where we at. You can see I got the other board up under there, as you can see. But now all I gotta do, this has to be, this can only be, I think it's 28 inches long because the seats come down. But in between here, I'm just gonna measure in the middle here, make a line on each side, cut that out. Then I'm gonna do the curvature like you've seen a little template, cut it back. Then I'm gonna cut these out where the seats can go. Then be flush, and I'll get a carpet in it. I really need to start on these wires, so y'all gonna be seeing that soon. So hold on, I'll get to that. And you can see just how flush it is. Have to keep a little bit of room for carpet, but it's money. That's what happens when you do it yourself. Alright, so half of this, you know, this is 48 3/4 wide. Half of it is like 24 1/3. Like, and so I got that line right here in the middle. I'm gonna take this, make sure I'm square with this. You can see how flush. I'll back it off just a hair to fit some carpet in there. And I'll mark my line. Alright, so you can see I got my center line, my line's marked out on the side. Now, what I'm gonna do here, take measure, put it right at the edge of that. Then, I'm gonna take this, push it all the way up, and drop it down on it. And this tells me how far from the center right there I need to come back. So roughly, like, we'll say 1 3/4, because I gotta have a little bit of room for carpet. I mean, that might make it a little bit more. I can trim it later, but I'd rather be too short and too long of a cut. So get this cut. Take my center line, mark it 1 3/4 inches back, and then I'm gonna put my stencil, put the center of it right on that line, and do that curvature and cut that out. I'll be right back. Alright, I got my mark. This one's right in the center of the line. This one's, I'm gonna say 1 3/4. I'm gonna go a little bit shorter. So I got my crosshairs, that's what I need to put the center of my template and cut the curvature out. Alright, now what I'm gonna do, take this piece of cardboard, I'm gonna mark the lines on the side where I've got it and the line in the middle. Alright, now I got my lines. They match up. Tell on camera because of that, but they match up. Now what I'm gonna do, take this center line, push it all the way up against here, and I'm gonna use one of these, I can't remember the name of it, follow around here, get that curvature, cut it out of the cardboard, and then put it the stencil on. I'll show you what we do next. Alright, so we got this so far, I gotta trim this out, put it back up there, and scrub it again. Alright, so here's what it looks like now. Now I gotta trace it again from the center line, line it up, cut it again, probably one more time and it'd be good. As long as it touches these lines, it'd be good. Alright, we got the stencil cut out. As you can see, get the little space on the side. Now I need to take it to this mark, put it just like that, trace it out, and cut it out. I'll be right back. Alright, now we got that. Cut it out. Hope it works. After I get this in as far as I want it, then I can trim back how far I need to go back. But I know it's only 28 inches from that end to here, 28, and then over. That's all I need to do. Now I can cut this line back. So I'll make sure this is right and that should fit in with the seats up, so this ain't in the way. Alright, we kind of got it roughed in. Went a little wide on it just in case. Like I said, trim more off later, but you can't add to it. So try this out, see how it does. Focus. Bingo. Like I said, how perfect. Can be trimmed just a little bit. Because I think this is angled up here, so that's why it's not going flush, because you can see it's not touching nothing. So what actually needs to happen is down in there that was cut straight, but this thing bows, so I have to cut that back a little bit. Do that, get back to it. Let's go. We're gonna start adding the bracing and carpet it. Alright, so this needs to be angled because the console, the rear console bows. So what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna adjust my saw. I'm gonna cut it a little bit like that, that way the bow go up in there flush a lot better. Just go up under here, make sure you unplug it. Go up under there, pull it screw, and adjust it. Alright, got a little bit of an angle better. I can quite tell on camera. See how that works. Alright, check her out. Look at that now, much better. Flush, flush. Good. Now look at it. Just enough. Put some carpet down through. You can see down in there. It's kind of close. I'm gonna cut that back a little bit too. Cut that side back a little bit too. It'll be good. Alright. Now I gotta cut this out for the seats. As you can see, obviously, it's gonna hit. So this can only be 28 inches back here. Right up there, cut it up. Maybe not, we can come over to the seat right there. Probably come to about right here. And just like that, we in there. There we go. Now I'm gonna put the bracing on it and carpet it. Every back. Alright, so now I should be able to take these bracing off so they're right size and just put them in the same spots as here. So I'm gonna take this one off, put it there, this one there, so on and so forth. So I'm gonna do that, check back in. Well, so unfortunately that's what I was worried about. I actually had to trim these edges here a little bit, which is fine. But where I had that sitting on the other piece of wood, now it's hitting here because this bulge is more out the farther it goes down. So you see it rubbing. I have to trim out a little bit more and we'll get it done. Alright, so more or less I got my little kit. I need to put a piece of wood like this. You can see I got that screw there. So what I'm actually gonna do, take this, put this wood on here, and I was hitting it. There's just a little indention in here. Now I'm gonna take this pedal bit, just a 1/2 inch, which is obviously bigger than that, and then that fit right on it, and then I set flush. I'll show you. Yeah, I'm sorry, it kind of looks like this. I mean, this is angled and stuff, but could have done it better. But how I'm gonna be putting stuff up under here and running stuff up under it, that's why it has to look like this. So you can see it. Again, just to recap, these are mounted down securely, bolted down, use pedal bit, go down in it, use the original hardware to bolt it down in there, you seen earlier in the video. And cover this with carpet, and y'all see that later in this video. So I'm gonna be getting to next. It's dark outside tonight, so probably gonna be it for tonight. I'll pick up where I left off tomorrow.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.